What is going on, guys? It is CWgaming, and I am back with a brand new episode of the NCAA 14 Road to Glory. And in today's episode, we have a good one, and it is against no other than Alabama. Alabama destroyed us last year, and we're sitting at 5-0, number 6 in the country. They're sitting at number 1, so this should be a pretty big game. And in order to even stand a chance, we're going to go ahead and upgrade our guy. We're upgrading throwing power and looking at some other throw accuracy attributes as well, which we are 99 overall now. We're just increasing some of our power, accuracy, our running ability, because we're going to need everything we can in order to take down Alabama. So we come over here and we're going to take a look at some stats. So this is the SEC stats for quarterbacks this year, and you do see I am tied with Kellen Mond and Mac Jones for touchdowns in the SEC, and we're also sitting, on the top of the league with the yards. So we're having a pretty good year statistically, and we're battling Mac Jones for that statistic. So this is a huge game for us. We definitely need this one. Alabama does not lose very often, so this will be a massive game. So we're going to have to play our best here today, and that's what we're going to do. We shake off 2 guys right there and get sacked on the 3rd one. We're fighting hard right now. Couldn't end up making anything out of that. So Alabama goes down and scores, making it 7-0. And here we go. 2nd drive of the day. We've got a guy that's all over wide open, makes the catch for 14 yards. Next play action, is not going to fool the defense, and we go down for another sack. So the offensive line is struggling here right now, and Alabama's defense is playing some pretty physical defense, knocking our receivers around. But we find Oliver and brings up a 1st down on the 19-yard play right there. And we need to start mixing it up. We're going to run the ball with Rose. He picks up 8 yards, bring up 2nd and 2. And we throw this one to Oliver on the play action. So that great run play this disguises the play action, and we go back to Rose after play action. So we're messing around with our play calling. We're disguising a little bit, but it didn't fool the defense here on the triple option. So 3rd and 2, we need to get a 1st down. The defense is coming hard. We try to shake that guy, and he makes the tackle. And Alabama does get the ball back, and they score again. So 14-3 in the 2nd quarter. We need to score now because this game can get out of hand really quick. We make a nice read. We get around to the outside. We try to get to the numbers, and we get tackled pretty easily there. And I've noticed, the way to beat Alabama, you must play with them early, because Alabama may start slow, but they'll come back and they'll just overpower you with their grown men that's on their team. And it's not looking good for us right now. We're down 14-3, but we have been moving the ball a little bit. We give this one a smoke, and he can't make any gain on that one. So 3rd and 7, we drop back, and the defender brings us down before we can throw. So our defense makes a stop. We get a field goal, and it's 14-6. And after 2 runs that didn't go anywhere, it's 3rd and 16, and we're forced to roll out of the pocket, and we're going to throw this one away, giving Alabama the ball back once again. So after an Alabama score, it's 21-6, and this one's getting pretty dangerous from getting out of hand here. After another drive that doesn't go anywhere, we have the ball back right before halftime, and we're going to try to make something happen after an Alabama field goal. So here is a 4 verts. I really don't like this play, but it works out for us here as Oliver makes a diving catch. What a catch that one was. With 17 seconds to go, we roll out, and we're going to throw this one out of bounds. We don't need to take a sack right here because we're in field goal range. We need every yard we can. We throw this one to the outside. We have our receiver, Harris, bring up 1st and goal with 9 seconds to go. We roll out. We see Rose. He tries to break a tackle, but he can't do it. So a field goal has to be kicked, and it's 21-9, 31-9. And this one's getting pretty out of hand right now. But don't scroll away yet, because this is what makes us a good team. We're going to fight. We're going to continue to fight until this game is over. We're going to do our best in order to win this game. So here we go. We had a good halftime speech, a good rest. We've changed our game plan up, and we're going to do everything we can to put some points on the board. So here we go. Oliver with a nice catch. Makes it first down. And once again, we have some good time in the pocket. We juke a defender and get inside the red zone. So another triple option. We pitch this one. We sacrifice ourselves there. And our running back does get down for a nice gain. So we're going to roll out. We pick up the first. And we almost had a touchdown right there. We had to slide. And on the next play, we're looking for some guys. We dodge a couple of dudes. But it wasn't enough. We have to throw the ball away. Then on the next play, we have Allen Daly Jr. making a tough catch in the end zone. He is our first score of the day. We go for 2, didn't get it. So 31-15. We pick up a first down on the run. And our defense made a stop, so we have to help them out and score again. So on a screen, here's Daly Jr. cuts up for a nice gain. And that's what's going to be Alabama. Just chipping away at them. You know, we don't have to make the big plays. They'll make the big plays, but we don't have to match them. Just chip away, and eventually we will match their score. So that's what we're doing. A nice play here. Stick. We're going to roll out. That linebacker is tracking us, so we're going to throw this one to Upshaw across the field. That was a dangerous throw, but it paid off. So here's Harris on a nice catch. Tries to roll into the end zone, but doesn't quite make it. But we're going to go back to the same play, same guy, and touchdown to DeMarcus Harris. So after an Alabama score, this one's getting pretty close to being over, but we're not gonna quit fighting yet. 37-22. We've got Ali on a nice throw to the outside. He makes a play, 32 yards for a first down, which comes with a 3rd and 1. Triple option. Rose gets to the outside, and he powers his way to a first down. And we desperately need this score right here. We're going to roll out, which opens up Harris for his 2nd touchdown of the day. So we need to go for 2 in order to make this a 7-point game. We feel the pressure. We're going to roll out. We get hit twice, but we push our way into the end zone for a 2-point conversion. And with 40 seconds, we need to drive down the field and score a touchdown in order to send us to overtime. So we're going to play smart. We're going to play precise. We're not going to force anything, and we roll out. We should have slid right there. As I just said, we weren't going to force anything, but we needed that 3rd down. And we have Epps, our tight end, coming in and scoring a touchdown with 16 seconds to go. Hopefully that wasn't too soon, but we'll take anything on Alabama. We had to score when we could. So going here to the end of the game, Mac Jones, incomplete pass. So here we go. We're going to overtime. Bama does get the ball first. We win the toss, decide to defer. Mac Jones going to his running back right there on the screen, picks up 4, which makes it 2nd and 6. Here's Robinson Jr. again with the run this time. So Jones steps back. He throws this one to Jalen Waddle, who almost gets into the end zone. And on the next play, Mac Jones over to Waddle on the slant, which gives them the lead. So we must match it with a touchdown. The defender's coming for us hard, and we have to throw the ball away. So we're going to run the ball. Like I said earlier, we don't have to match their big energy with the huge gains and the big throws. Chipping away at it, 3rd and 10. And we're going to just avoid a sack. We've got 2 guys coming after us, and we're just fast enough to get away, which makes it another first down. We're going to continue to fight in this game. 2nd and 9. We've got a guy cutting across to the end zone, and that's Josh Alley, 11 yards. What a route, what a throw. We're celebrating with our guy there. And after a score, we're back on offense. And it brings up 2nd and 1. We're going to run this one to Josh Rose. And he brings up a first down. So here's the next play. We're not going to force it. We're going to roll out. Go back to our guy Rose. He needed to break that tackle, but he couldn't do it. He gets tackled, and we give this one the smoke on the run. He doesn't get there, so the next play is to Rose, Azim Rose. He scores a touchdown, and now it's up to Alabama. Can they match our touchdown to send it into another overtime? And that's what they do. Jamal Billingsley scores and ties the game with just the first play in the second overtime. So Bama's back on offense. Here's Mac Jones, deep in the end zone, Jalen Waddle. So they're torching our defense right now. Mac Jones with 6 touchdowns, and we have to match it in order to send it into another overtime. And we're fighting in this game. Here's an option play. Nothing was open. We have to keep the ball, and we get tackled. So we're in 2 down territory right now. We have to go for it regardless. So we need to be smart with this down. We cut back across, dangerous throw, and it was knocked down. So this is for the game. 4th and 5, we drop back. We're going to roll out, and I see circle. It's open in the end zone. We get it just over the safety, and Josh Alley catches the ball for a touchdown. It ties it up. So being the 3rd overtime, we do have to go for 2, and our offensive coordinator elects to run the ball. So we're going to run the ball here, and Azim Rose gets tackled, not even close, and that's going to do this game. It was a fight to the finish, triple overtime. We did everything we could in order to make this a game, and we've shown that even though we lost, we sent Alabama to triple overtime, so we do deserve to be in the top 10 even though we lost. And we put 6 touchdowns on Alabama, 432 yards. So this was our breakout game for sure. People are watching this game going, wow, this guy put up 6 touchdowns, and this is what's going to put us on the map nationally. We've got some good rushing yards as well. Here's our receiving yards. Alley, Harris, Rose, Daly Jr., and Epps all scored a touchdown here today and contributed to this game. So after a loss against Alabama, we have Old Dominion University. And coming off of a game like Alabama, this one's not going to be easy. We're beat up. We played 3 overtimes against the best team in the nation. They're physical. They beat us up for 2 or 3 hours. So this one's going to be tough, and we're going to see what we can do against Old Dominion. So coming into the first play here today against Old Dominion, we drop to 11th overall, and the defender does hit us pretty hard right there. And we're absolutely feeling it after Alabama. We're tired, we're exhausted, but we're going to keep playing. 3rd and 1 on the slant routes. Nobody's open. We tried to break the tackle, but we just have to fall right there. We still haven't recovered. We're pretty exhausted, and we have to punt on our first drive. So we're starting off pretty slow, but we're going to try and fix that here. We roll out. We see our guy Morris, and we're going to throw it to him, and he makes the first down. So coming back, we throw the ball across the field to Oliver, makes a good catch, cuts it up for a good gain, and we're in the red zone. So here's Daly Jr. We're going to be calling his name a lot this episode. He makes a touchdown there. And we have to drop back once again to Daly Jr. He makes a nice catch. And we're in the red zone once again. We drop back, throwing this one up to Daly. He catches it for a touchdown once again. And it's 14-0. 4 minutes to go in the second quarter. We get sacked. Offensive line is tired. They're struggling a little bit, but that's okay. We make up for it right here to a pass to Oliver, who breaks a tackle, goes into the end zone for a touchdown. What a play. All right, 20-0. Daly Jr. once again. He's getting his name called a lot. He's getting open. He's making catches. And on the read right here, oh my goodness. What a face mask. That guy tried to rip our head off right there. We're dominating him. him and his defense, and he tried to rip my head off. He gets a penalty with a face mask, and we score another touchdown. Speaking of another touchdown, Ali misses out right there. Couldn't get his feet in bounds. But we're going to give him a chance to redeem himself on the slant. He makes a guy miss, walks into the end zone. And we're up 34-0 on Old Dominion. So play action. We drop back. We have a guy. That's Oliver, back of the end zone. Drags his feet and scores. And we get taken out of the game at this point because we're beating them pretty bad. And we win 55-7. So sorry to all the Old Dominion fans out there. But we take this game pretty easily. After a tough game against Alabama, I didn't figure we started slow, so I was getting a little nervous, but we ended up taking this game 7 touchdowns, and we are on to the next one. Once again, Mississippi State. We are playing them as our SEC West opponent. And you guys know the story. We went to Mississippi State as a highly ranked recruit. We were supposed to be a pretty big player for them. We ended up winning the starting job, got hurt. The job was taken away from us, and we worked hard, transferred, and here we are at Kentucky having a record-breaking season. We won Mississippi State game last year. It was a tough one, and they are back once again for more. And this game is personal. They don't like me, I don't like them. And so sorry to all the Mississippi State fans out there, but that's how the story goes. We've got some bad blood, and this game is always close against us. So on 3rd and 2, we roll out, we get tackled. We saw the end zone there, but we weren't fast enough to get there. So next drive, we're close to the end zone. We throw this one to Daly Jr. once again, who catches a touchdown. And we're going to go up 10-0. Second quarter, nothing really happening up until this point. We juke the defenders out. We cut to the other side of the field. We're going to go up to the 50-yard line. So nice run right there. Brings up into the red zone. Hand this one off to Rose. He breaks a couple of tackles and he scores into the end zone. Touchdown. So it was 17-0. Mississippi State does come back. Scores 16 unanswered points. And we're starting to get stagnant here. Offense is starting to struggle a little bit. We haven't really scored since the last time you saw us. Here's Daly with a nice catch. Bring up a first down. And it's 3rd and 7. And in order to keep the momentum going, we must make a good play here. And we can't. The pressure's too much. We need to throw this one away. 2nd down on the next drive. We roll out. Nobody's really open, but we see Oliver, who extends the play, makes a nice catch. 1st down. So it's the 4th quarter now. Nobody's really been able to score in this game, but we're making a drive. We're trying to score. Daly Jr. with another catch, and we're getting close to scoring in the red zone here. We've got a guy, that's Oliver, who falls into the end zone. That was really close. He makes a second effort to get into the end zone. So we're up 23-16. Dangerous territory to call a 4 verts play, but our OC does it anyway. We just throw this one away, and Mississippi State ties the game. So 46 seconds. We're in a nail-biter here, and we have to score. 1st and 10 after a nice play. We've got our running back, Rose, with a nice catch. And we're in the middle of the field now. 34 seconds to go. Another deep ball, and the pressure is too much. We go down for the sack.
We talked all week with these coaches, and even when we met with them yesterday out at practice, they told us there are some big concerns about facing these defensive ends.
So here we go, 2nd and 19. We're dropping back. A nice throw to Upshaw, who catches it. 21 seconds to go. And we're fighting for field goal range right now. I don't want to turn the ball over, but we're not going to play scared. There's Alley. He hasn't been much of a factor today, but he's catching them when they matter. 1st and 10. The pressure's coming. We roll out. We throw this one back to the other side of the field. That's Rose. Breaks the tackle and gets it down. We did that against Alabama. And it sets up a field goal to win the game. 2 seconds to go. Can our kicker win us the game? The ball is up. And it is good. The ball goes through as time expires. And we take the game against Mississippi State. And we are absolutely thrilled right now. We are putting together one heck of a season. We beat our old team. And this was a huge game. 2 touchdowns for us, 298 yards. This was a nice game to put on the resume. And here's our stats here if you want to look at the rest of those. And so I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. This was a massive episode. We played Alabama, who's a huge team. Lost in triple overtime, but we ended up taking the next 2 games, and we're 7-1. So the season is coming to a close. We're almost done, actually. We got a couple games left, and we're in for a treat. We've got a good season brewing, as you see our stats there on the side. So if you're liking this series, please let me know in the comments, and I will see you guys in the next one.